Hey guys, Flame3 here again for the IPA Season 2. Another interview here, but this time with a re-entering coach, I think it is, of the Venice Beach Victinis, and that is Tristan.
Hey
So,
guys, what's up?
um, wait, you shared a photo? Why'd you share a photo? Did you take a? It's the smoothie!
It's a smoothie, yeah.
It's the smoothie. It actually looks really good. Holy shit.
I
Alright.
I told you it's real good.
Uh, anyhow, going so the smoothie picture is gonna be on the side now for a little bit here. Oh no, I can do that.
All
Okay,
right,
so people seeing the smoothie. You can comment below if
God.
you think that's a good smoothie. Who cares about the interview? Just if that looks good to you,
Yeah.
comment below. All
Uh,
right. So Tristan, you barely missed the playoffs last season, losing to me in the final week to kick you out of playoffs. Is that right? Right? I'm not miss.
oh yeah, no, that's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It was a good game though. Like, very
Oh
good
no,
game.
I have. It was such a good game, and I think I don't want to take away from like the game itself, but I kind of uh like I got help from Matt in that match, like for team building, and there were some ideas that I thought that he would like. I thought that he was wrong about, and I stuck with his idea. And then there's some parts of that where uh, his ideas would have been right, and I didn't go with that. So it's just I don't want to like blame Matt or blame me. Or it was just a good match overall,
It
and
was.
plays were
It,
made.
I mean, you had a good team. I feel like you set up prep pretty well for it, actually. I mean, obviously you can't prep 100% for everything, and
Mm-mm.
even when you have health, there's going to be some disagreements on that. And it's going to be it's going to be a little bit harder. You just have to go what you feel, in my opinion. That's why I really don't prep with people, in my opinion. You just prep for yourself. But after that
Yeah.
loss, and looking back on that season, how do you feel about it? Like, did you feel were you happy on the outcome, even though you didn't make playoffs, or I mean,
I was actually kind of surprised with how the season went because looking at my team, it it initially wasn't like the best draft in my opinion. I just like I said it over and over again in the group chat. Like my team was is just there. It's nothing's big about it. Nothing's like super amazing about it. It's just there, and I'm actually surprised with how well I feel I did with it, considering that uh, I don't know. Like there's a bunch of like a bunch of competition in it, and my division was one of the harder ones to begin with. Then my schedule was pretty tough, having to end against two playoff contenders, and or yeah, two playoff contenders being you and Brett. So
yeah,
it was definitely hard,
it
but
was.
I'm really happy with how it ended.
Yeah. It was. I feel like you had a pretty good season. Obviously, it's no sweat being one game out of the playoffs. Like, not at all. And
Mm-hmm.
even though your second to last game didn't matter too much because it came down to that last game, and basically, we both had a good chance of winning that game. Like, it was really close, tight, and I feel like there's no reason to be upset with not making playoffs because you're right there, punch for punch, basically. Uh,
And I'm especially happy with like the last game that I had in that season versus you, and especially with like the stipulation being like one of us made playoffs, one of us didn't. I'm happy that we had a high caliber game like we did.
Oh yeah, like it wouldn't have been fun if someone just blew out. Like if you blew out me, I would have been like, well, I wouldn't have been upset about the loss. I would have been more so upset that it wasn't a good game. Like I was, as soon as we hit like I think like turn 40, I knew if I lost that game, I wouldn't care. It was a great game. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
I was like, that is a good game to put in the books. All right, call it a day. Entertainment value. But so after last season, obviously we're going into season 2 now. So how are you feeling this season compared to last season? Like your team is obviously different. Oh, it looks way different in my opinion than it did last season. And how do you feel about this team compared to your last one?
I actually like this team better than I did last season. I feel like I have the right offensive presence, unlike I did last season. I feel like with Latios, Magnezone, Tentacruel, uh, Mega Altaria. Like I feel like I have the right offensive presence that I could make a bigger impact this season.
Yeah, you have a bunch of bulk, and coming in at I believe, the 14th spot in the draft, you got to wait pretty late for your first pick. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure what you were thinking about your first pick or not, but you picked up Mega Altaria as your first pitch, which is an amazing mon to begin with. And picking up first round, obviously, it has to go first round. Like, there's no doubt about that. Were you surprised to drop to 14, or did you get sniped along the way, or were you planning on it the whole time? Talk about it a little bit.
So initially, I did not have a first round. Like I did not have a first round plan. Like I had an idea of where I wanted my team to be, but my first round plan I wrote down on paper. First round, dragon or fairy, and then and then and then it just like in my mind I was thinking if Mega Altaria drops to me, it's the best of both worlds.
It is.
So and then going through, you know how it is. Like some people have to leave picks with others, and Josh told me like I think he got a Mega Charizard X, I believe, and he was like, if Mega Charizard X doesn't get taken, or if it does get taken, I want Mega Altaria. And at that moment, I was so scared for the first four picks, or
Oh
first
yeah.
like six or something like that, wherever Josh drafted.
Yeah, I think he drafted 7. So yeah, the first 6 picks. I mean, Megazord X is a force to be reckoned with, especially in how the IPA rules are, where you don't have to Mega first turn. And
Oh yeah.
it's a scary mon, definitely is. So I wouldn't have been surprised to go right away, but obviously it dropped to where you wanted it, and so going onto your second round pick, going around, basically you have some. It looks like you're trying to play 5th gen with a fairy type. Because I know Mega Altaria is not, obviously it's 6th gen, but you're Dragon, and then you have Latios with another Dragon. So, and Dragons apparently in your mind rule the metagame right now, or? But you picked up
Well,
Latios.
okay, so just to get like initially, did not plan on going Latios. I was pretty dead set in my mind that I was gonna go Cresselia second round. But so after I drafted Mega Altaria, I looked at what Carney and Trip drafted afterwards, and being that both Carney and Trip were in my division, and they had 4 picks in front of me. Looking at what they drafted, Carney getting Mega Pinsir and Breloom, and Chip getting Mega Gardevoir and Infernape, I felt like I didn't want to go Cresselia, that I had to go more on the offensive route and more than less than the defensive route. So that's where Latios came from.
And Latios obviously is one of the most offensive mons in the game. You don't run that thing defensively. It's a nuke. You click Draco half the time. You click you click Psyshock half the time. You're good to go basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, with your first 2 picks, obviously there's a giant fairy weakness there, and you come in and mend this right away with your third pick with Magnezone. And in my opinion, is a little bit overrated. That's just my opinion on it. I feel like it's a great steel type, whatever. It's just too slow, and like obviously it's going to be slow as a steel type, but it just doesn't do like it's hard hitting special attacker, but it doesn't have enough bulk to it. But I mean, it still amends your problem on picking up a fairy resist and a fairy killer with Magnezone to begin with. So why pick up Magnezone over other steel types?
Um, Initially, it was between Magnezone and Heatran, and I don't know. It's just something I went back and forth about, and looking into it, I just ended up thinking that Heat or no, not Heatran, but a Magnezone was going to end up being the better choice for my team because one, it gave me a Volt Switcher. And I believe that volt switching is very, very important on a team in general.
Yeah, Volt Switcher U-turn is like almost essential on your team if you want to gain
Mhm.
momentum in any way without sacking them on.
And then two, looking at it, in my division, Ian actually got Mega Skizor and Sylveon before my next pick. And looking into it, I just felt like Magnezone would have. Like, Magnezone can do so much. Like, it could trap Ian's Mega Skizor, or I could trap Steel type, and I could win a battle and get rid of a big threat in that, too.
Yeah.
And then looking into it, I think Magnezone actually, even though it's just third round, and I didn't know that it would how it would go like in the future. I do feel like Magnezone it has a really good matchup against my opponents in my schedule.
Okay. And obviously, well, we'll stop there about your draft. Let's say overall, you said you liked it a lot. Um, let's go on to overall ranking. You already talked about your division a bit. You have Carney, Trip, and Ian in it. So, what do you think about your division? There's obviously Trip's the season one champion. Do you think you have a good chance of making playoffs this year based on team comparisons, or what do you think about your division?
Uh, well, in my division in general, I think it's one of the toughest divisions out there, if not the toughest division out there. Like you said, we have Trip, the season one champion, out there, and I'm in the same division as him, and we even faced last season, and I lost 3-0 only because I didn't put a proper move on Manaphy, but like we had a good game there, and then I don't know much about Carney, but his draft is really threatening with Feraligatr and Mega Pinsir. Breloom could be very threatening, and Hippowdon is very bulky. Like he has a lot of threats in that in itself. And Ian, on the other hand, I've been in another league with him, and I've had to face him a couple times, and I know his caliber is really good. In the league that I'm with him in, he's the two-time defending champ back to back. So I just know that I know his play style is very good, and it helps him out so he could win, and especially for the fact that he has the monster on his team that he could make anything work out with being Piloswine. Just
Palestine is dangerous. A two-hit KO is a fortress with HP fire.
yeah, but no, like Ian loves his Piloswine, and I've seen him use it, and it's just he will wreck shop with it. Besides that, then he has bigger threats such as Victini and Mega Skizor. Sylveon could be a big threat. Dragonite it can be, and then somehow we let this man pick up a Celebi and an Umbreon. I don't know.
How do the
I,
points allow it? What?
I don't. It's like the only thing worse about this is that he has a Pikachu and why not?
Oh, dude, why not's power though? You see the calcs he's been
I
dropping?
I know. I've seen the couch, and then I actually know this for a fact. I am predicting Ian to bring Pikachu to one or both his battles against Chip, Be- because he's had a league match where Pikachu versus Suicune and a Light Ball Volt Tackle, I think it was, Kid Oko, a defensive Suicune from After Rocks.
Jeez,
Hmm.
that is just disgusting.
So there's my prediction.
Well, all
But
right.
other
Uh,
than that, I think it's going to be really tough just to get a playoff position in the division I'm in. Like looking like winning the division is tough, and then looking in the like the wild card, I have to look at I'm in the same division at or the same conference as players like Christian and Tom and David and Red in the other division, and I know that most of them they have to fight for
their
the
conference
division
spot as it is. I mean, their division
their
spot.
their their division, and they have to face against us for a wild card division too, or wild card playoff spot. So I think it's going to be tough.
It's
I
gonna
think it's going to be a lot of competition.
it's definitely going to be interesting how that turns out. All right, so I would say we would end the interview here, but I did promise you some fun questions, like I'm going to promise everyone here. So we don't like you had an interview last season, obviously. If you want to go check that out, go check it out. It should still be on the channel somewhere. But I'm not sure how much Matt delved into getting to know you, so I want to ask you a couple questions about yourself, and we're going to get some answers from you. So let's start off with your favorite animal.
Favorite animal is a dolphin.
A dolphin.
Yeah.
Fun fact: only animal that has sex for fun that is not a human. Very fun fact. We're keeping this channel PG-13. I'm not sure if we broke that or not. I mean, I was talking to Carney about it. We were talking about how many F-bombs we could drop, and technically we only could drop one. But we haven't dropped one yet. So, all right. Next question is your favorite color.
Purple.
Purple. All right. Any specific reason? Just like purple?
Anyone that watches SpongeBob and like early SpongeBob would know like the Pretty Patty episode. Hey, is that purple? That's my favorite color.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Favorite school subject? How about let's go that one.
Like, are we talking about like high school, like required that you have to take?
Yeah, like math, English, like your core subjects.
Science.
Science. All right. And the final question to round it off. What is your favorite Pokemon?
What is my favorite Pokemon? Like, does this limit me to like legendaries or
it doesn't limit you at all? It's your opinion. What do you want? If you were a Pokemon trainer, what Pokemon would you pick to be your companion? So your favorite Pokemon?
Phanpy.
Phanpy? Nice.
Phanpy.
Love me some Phanpy.
I don't know why. It's blue. It's an elephant. It rolls around. Yeah.
You gotta have your preferences. You know. Well, all right. That's gonna be the interview for today. This is obviously our second one. So thanks, Tristan, for coming on and obviously getting this done with.
No problem, man. And just saying that for everyone else, I'm gonna send Alex the smoothie recipes so he could put it in the description too.
I mean, Chris is the one uploading this, but I'll make sure Chris puts it in the description. But yeah, the smoothie looks delicious, man. I'm serious here.
If Chris doesn't, me and him are gonna have to talk.
Yeah. Just send it to me. I'll get it done. I'll send it to Chris. I'll be like, put this in the description of Tristan's video if it's not there. Chris, this is a fair warning. You better put the damn thing in the description. But
and I mean, go ahead and put the smoothie in the thumbnail too while you're at it.
Yeah. I'll send this to him and thumbnail it, and it'll be I'll make him edit the video too, and just make this all the smoothie, just all smoothie the whole time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. So we'll see how you do in season 2 of the IPA. Oh shit.